But I thought, on the topic of video, the US is well renowned as being a country that are world leaders in video consumption. And there's some interesting things going on there, so I thought we'd talk about that. Yeah, so, and in the US, actually, the consumption of these new services actually are at the expense of traditional cable services. Those subscriber rates are going down, and the newer services are taking off. So we just thought we'd have a look at why. AT&T were losing a lot of their customers to the MSOs, which were basically cable operators that were offering data, video, and telephony services, bundling that together and doing very well. And AT&T were losing their customers, and they thought, well, we have to respond to this. So what's different? One of the key things is just the user experience, how the thing is to use. You have an opportunity to weave some additional functionality into the video service that we're just not familiar with at all. So things like pip browsing, so you can be watching a main channel, flick up and down through channels just by seeing the picture-in-picture of the channels that are flying past. And they're not just pictures, they're actual video of what's going on those channels. They do multi-room DVR, which is you have one digital video recorder in the house, record your channels on that. You can watch them on any set-top in the house. So other trends that we're seeing as well, I mentioned whole home DVR. This is a very common thing now. Most of the service providers, including folks like DirecTV, are doing a whole home DVR service. So you can record once and watch anywhere. But there's also starting to be much more focus on getting to other different devices that are outside the sort of enclosed ecosystem. Using DNLA, that's a very common mechanism. Most TVs today have DNLA, or IP-connected TVs have a DNLA client. So you can browse content on DNLA servers and just watch it. There's also, recently, there's a technology called RView, or RVU, which DirecTV was pushing. They're built into their systems, which allows you to effectively take what would be, the way the UI is drawn on the screen, you can basically take that UI and transport it over an IP network to another device that renders that user interface to be exactly the same. The other thing is that we're obviously seeing multi-screen becoming important as well. It's a trend that's here as well. In fact, organisations like Foxtel are doing a similar thing. But multi-screen is being used in a couple of different ways. One is that it's used as a second screen, so you can stream your video to the tablet itself. In other ways it's being used is as a remote control for the main screen. So you can do your movie browsing and movie selection and finding what you want to watch and then trigger that on the main screen. Another trend we're seeing as well is companies are desperate to get rid of set-top boxes. They're very expensive, and if they can go direct to existing devices, then it's much cheaper. So there's a couple of examples there, actually local examples with Foxtel, who are obviously working now on Xbox 360 and Samsung TVs. But we're also starting to see the emergence of what's called media gateways, which is essentially a residential gateway that you might have terminating your broadband service. There's starting to be integration of some of the media functions of a traditional set-top box into that device, and then you can stream content from that and transcode it so that it's appropriately serving all the devices you've got in your home, whether it be your phone or your tablet or what have you. But you know, as I said, that often involves actually a transcode function where you're taking the original source and transcoding it. And I think we have a challenge in Australia to work out how we essentially build a business and technical framework to allow us to have many different content providers providing content in a cost-effective way on the NBN. I think it'll benefit us all. So that's really all I've got to say. Thanks very much.